A very good evening to you, everybody. The name of the show is called The G Show. You're with me, your main man, Mpocha Rai. Forget about them side guys. Otherwise, guys, first of all, I would like to say I appreciate everyone who's supporting my content and everything. Hello? Okay? All right? Okay? All right. Otherwise, guys, in today's news, basically, I just received a phone call right now from our informer. Basically, our informer just informed me that basically South Africa just chose a new special envoy. Basically, President Ramaphosa has picked a new special envoy, and the main aim of this envoy will go and speak with Donald Trump. So basically, Ramaphosa has picked up a special envoy that will go negotiate with Donald Trump. Right, right. So for those who don't know, what is a special envoy? Basically, whenever two countries are actually having a conflict, uh, a special envoy is a person that will be selected to try and negotiate uh, on their country's behalf. And basically, a special envoy is not an ambassador. No, they're just a person who's actually highly skilled when it comes to international uh, relations and stuff. Basically, this person, they are like a diplomat. They are not an ambassador, but they're like a diplomat that goes to negotiate. So basically, South Africa has actually picked up Mcebisi Jonas as the special envoy. So basically, I just told you what is a special envoy, and I just told you who is this special envoy. But now the problem is that this special envoy has quite some history. For example, Mcebisi Jonas has actually once called Donald Trump a, a racist and a homophobe. That's what Mcebisi Jonas once called Donald Trump back in 2020 on national TV during the Ahmed Kathrada lecture. So basically now, it's quite funny that even the USA newspaper that I'm not going to mention, it has actually mentioned that it's actually running this headline that South Africa has picked Mcebisi Jonas, who once called Donald Trump a racist and a homophobe on national TV. They're saying that now South Africa has picked this guy to go and negotiate on South Africa's behalf. But now, the article that this newspaper mentions is that actually what makes South Africa think that this is the best candidate and what makes them think that this guy who was called Donald Trump a racist and a homophobe, what makes South Africa think that uh, Donald Trump administration will want to talk to such a guy, which is quite funny. Like really, think of it. Like really, wow. Who thinks like uh, why would Donald Trump administration want to talk with this guy? But otherwise, I think this guy is actually the best candidate in a way. You know why? It's because uh, like Donald Trump has made it clear. We all know where Donald Trump stands with South Africa, right? So now it's a good thing that the Donald Trump administration would also go and negotiate with a guy whom they know actually where he stands with Donald Trump. So I think this guy is the best candidate. The reason I'm saying Mcebisi Jonas is the best candidate. I don't think that guy is going to go there and lick Donald Trump's buttocks. I don't think so. But I will see, man. Otherwise, basically, one of the reasons why, okay, when you look at this guy's history also, Mcebisi Jonas was once the deputy minister of finance during the time of Zuma. And apart from that, also, yeah, man, this guy has been like leading the MTN network and other corporations, and he was even responsible for actually bringing in investments during the 100 days of the new dawn of Cyril Ramaphosa when he promised to attract new investors into the country. So this guy was one of the leading guys who actually went out on a road tour to try and bring in new investors into the country. So I think this guy is the best guy because actually this guy, I think he stands his ground, and I think this guy does not really like Donald Trump that well. So yeah, man, I think this guy is not gonna be the guy who's gonna go back to Donald Trump. He's gonna go there to mean business. So I think this is the best guy during this time. But apart from that, man, like I really don't think that Mcebisi Jonas will be able to convince Donald Trump to change his mind about where he stands. And apart from that, I don't really think that we really need to negotiate with Donald Trump. The reason being that our tariffs have been reduced back to 10% tariffs. So why are we still going to talk to Donald Trump over there? And truly speaking, I think Donald Trump is the one who needs to send his administration to South Africa. You know why? Because South Africa has a large vast of mineral resources. And as a result, the relations between South Africa and the USA are not so good. So I think it's them we're supposed to be coming and begging at our doorsteps and trying to negotiate and fix negotiations. Yeah, man. Otherwise, yeah, basically that's what I just discussed today. Today I just discussed the fact that Cyril Ramaphosa just picked a special envoy that once called Donald Trump a racist and a homophobe. And this special envoy is Mcebisi Jonas. He's the one who's going to try and who's going to the USA to try and negotiate and fix the relations between the USA and South Africa. Otherwise, man, have a good evening. My name is Mpokorai, aka G Hustle, your main man. Forget about them side guys. Good night.